Welcome, it's Michael Devlin with the Michael Devlin Group and eXp Realty, and this is a review of what happened in the Santa Clara County real estate market in September 2021. And what we're going to look at is what happened to sales. Are they up? Are they down? Where are they up and down? We're going to talk about prices and those trends. We're going to look at inventory and then maybe even a sneak peek at the future. What are prices likely to do in 2022? So let's start with sales. Year to date, so from January 1st, 2021 up to the end of September 2021, the number of sales compared to the same period last year is up 43% for single family homes, 64% for condominiums, and 88% for townhomes. Now, to clarify a little bit, the beginning of 2020, things were a little bit slow when COVID first started. It then picked up, but you can see year to date, 2021 sales are substantially ahead of 2020 in Santa Clara County. Now, if we look at what happened in September of 2021 compared to 2020, you can see that it's not as dramatic. Single family homes are up 4% only, condos and townhomes over 20%. If we're looking at what price ranges are these increases occurring, you can see the $1.6 to $1.8 million range in Santa Clara County up to the $2 million range where the number of sales are up 38 and 35%. But also look at the high end, the $3 million and plus properties are up substantially year over year. If we look at the multiple listing service areas, we can see something that mirrors the increase in price range. Cupertino, which is a high price range area, the sales are up 65%. Saratoga sales are up. Cambrian, Berryessa, Sunnyvale. And sales are down in other areas. Almaden Valley, Morgan Hill, the Gilroy, Evergreen, Santa Teresa, Willow Glen. Now, the reason that sales are down in these areas aren't necessarily because people don't want to buy homes there. It's just because the inventory got pretty much bought out last year and there aren't that many homes for sale. Last year, many of these areas where now the sales are down, the sales were up. Prices. Well, the median price, which of course is the middle price, right, as opposed to the average, we're going to get that. The median price of a single family home in Santa Clara County in September of 2021 was $1,615,000. That's up 17% from September 2020. Townhomes are up 14%. The condominium market hasn't been as robust as the single family and the townhome market. People wanted more space, but you can see the median price is still up a little bit. If we're looking at the average price, look at this. The average price of a single family home in Santa Clara County in September of 2021 was over $2 million. And so the reason for the difference, of course, between the average and the median is that we have a lot of sales occurring in the high end, which is pushing the average up. Price per square foot, if you want to know what your home is worth, right? You have a single family home, take your square footage times 178, and that's average, right? But notice that's up 21% year over year. The sales to list price ratio asks the question, well, what percentage of the list price did the buyer offer? You can see in September, it was almost 8% over the list price for single family homes. That's an increase over 2021. Now, if we were going to ask who's the winner, right? Who got the most money over what they were asking? There's a house in Saratoga in September 21 that closed for $1,762,000 more than the list price. That's a 20% increase over the list price. If we're looking for who got the highest percentage over list price, there was a home in San Jose, September 2021, sold for $562,000 more than the list price, which was a 56% increase. On the other hand, if we wanted to know who got the least compared to what they listed it for, there was a home in Los Altos Hills that sold for $949,000 less than it was listed for. which was a 10% difference. And if we're looking for who got the highest percentage under what they had listed it for, there was a home in San Jose sold for $175,000 under the list price, which was 19%. My point is that very few people, even though the average is about 8%, very few people are getting the average. Some people are getting a lot more. Some people are getting a lot less. It all depends upon the pricing of your home. Inventory. Well, the median days to sell for a single family home in September of 2021 was 9. 8 days was the median days. And so what we're talking about here is when the home is put on the market, how many days does it take before the seller gets an offer for which they accept? You can see it's a very short period of time. Average days to sell are a little bit longer because some homes that are overpriced or not priced correctly or not marketed correctly may sit on the market for hundreds of days. So the average number of days a single family home is on the market is only 15. Active listings, we ended September 2021 with 293 fewer single-family homes on the market than at the same time in 2020. Inventory, you can see, is still an issue. That's down 25% year over year in terms of active listings. New listings are down about 15% year over year. Up for condos and townhomes, but down for single-family homes, about the same for condos. The months of inventory is if we didn't add any more listings to the market and we looked at how many sales we had in the last 30 days, how long would it take us? How many months would it take us to exhaust the current inventory? For a single family home and a townhome, it's less than a month, right? Which is down substantially from where it was in 2020. Now, to give you an idea of what this might mean, the graph on the right has been around forever. And there's some argument about this, but what makes it a seller's market versus a neutral market versus a buyer's market? And one of the standard lines is if there's 6 months or more of inventory, it is now a neutral market, right? And at 7 months or more, it becomes a buyer's market. Well, I took a peek for Santa Clara County to see when was the last time we had 6 months of inventory, and that was back in 2009 after the crash. So our market in Santa Clara County has always been a little bit more intense, and we rarely have 5 months or 4 months even of unsold inventory. What about the future? Well, it's hard to predict the future, right? So these are some of the predictions from the prognosticators in real estate for what's going to happen with prices in 2022. And you have a high with Zillow, who thinks that almost 12% is going to be the price appreciation. This is a nationwide number for 2022. CoreLogic, of course, is weighing it on the other end. They're the most conservative of the estimates. They think that nationally prices are going to go up almost 3%. Freddie Mac and the California Association of Realtors, and of course the California Association of Realtors was talking only about California, but both Freddie Mac and the California Association of Realtors believe that prices are going to rise by over 5%. Now, that's a lot of, there's a nice range here. So we don't really know what's going to happen in the future, but notice that none of the major predictors of the real estate market are expecting prices to drop, right? They're expecting them to go up in 2022. The question is by how much? If you're interested in finding out what your home is worth in today's market or looking for a house to buy or invest in, reach out to me. My phone number is there. Give me a call. I'd love to work with you.